Welcome back to Sports Talk. Today we got another college basketball video. This might be a little bit of a quicker one. We'll see though. Number one, we got Houston. They continue to roll. Kansas, same with Kansas. They picked up some good wins to beat. They just beat Oklahoma State and Baylor, two pretty good teams. Alabama at 3. They just lost to Tennessee. Uh, and then they blew out Georgia. And then Purdue just lost to um, they just lost to Maryland, and they blew out Ohio State. So yeah. Also added the little seed things in the middle. It kind of I feel like it makes it look better. UCLA, continuing to win. They haven't lost in a long time. It feels like Arizona. Another. They just beat Utah and Colorado. Virginia, continuing to win. Uh, barely beating. They play a lot of teams close. That's why I'm not super high on them. They just beat Louisville by 3, who is 3-23, and then they beat Notre Dame by 2. Notre Dame is 10-17, and then Texas at 8. They just lost to Texas Tech, and then barely beat Oklahoma in overtime. They have a tough 2 games here this week. They play Iowa State and Baylor, two pretty good teams. Speaking of Baylor, number 9 Baylor, moving up 1. I know they just lost to Kansas, um, but they dominated Kansas in the first half. In the second half, they just looked horrible, though. They got outscored 55-26 in the second half. I don't see it happening, anything like that happening to them again. Marquette just beat Georgetown, or no, Marquette just beat Xavier. That was a good win. Tennessee, they beat Alabama, but then they lost to Kentucky. I don't know, man. They gotta start figuring it out. They've been falling. Gonzaga continuing to win. Same with Miami, and St. Mary's as well. Kansas State at 15. They just lost to Oklahoma. They did beat Iowa State though, but they didn't look too good in the Oklahoma game. And then Indiana losing to Northwestern and then barely beating Illinois. I moved down 2 for that. Xavier just lost to Marquette, so I moved down a little. And then UConn, Creighton, and Providence all continuing to win. Providence, okay, actually, I should probably have Providence ahead of Creighton, because Providence beat Creighton on Tuesday, in double overtime. That was a great game. I didn't drop Creighton for that. But yeah, okay. Okay, so Northwestern just picked up a big win against Purdue. Or not Purdue, sorry, Indiana. Well, they did beat Purdue last week, and then they just beat Indiana and Iowa. They've been rolling as of recently. They're a scary team. I actually am starting to like them now. San Diego State continuing to win, 21-5. Pretty good odds at making the tournament. Iowa State, they beat TCU, but then they lost to Kansas State. They can beat anyone and lose to anyone. I want to say same with TCU because TCU is worse than Iowa State. So they just lost to Iowa State and then they beat Oklahoma State. They play Kansas tonight. They need a win here. NC State moving down. I don't know why I moved them down. I just did. I don't think they lost. And then Texas A&M moving up. They just beat Arkansas and Missouri. They're 20-7, pretty good record. Let's see, Pitt. Pitt is another team that they just lost to Virginia Tech. I actually didn't know that. But I mean, they're still better than the teams that are behind them. Oral Roberts, they don't really play anyone, but they win. It's like they beat the teams. FAU, just lost to Middle Tennessee. They've been on a little bit of a cold streak. But Maryland and Kentucky have been playing good as of late. Maryland just beat Purdue by 14. They haven't lost a single game at home this year. Um, Wait. Oh no. They're 14-1 at home and 2-7 on the road. Um, Wait, that doesn't. Okay, whatever. Oh, it was neutral site. Okay. So, okay, yeah. They did lose to Nebraska in overtime, but I think that was just coming off that win. Kentucky just beat Tennessee. They looked good in that. Arkansas um, lost to Texas A&M, but they beat Florida. They looked pretty good in that game. Boise State, getting back to the top 20. They just beat Colorado State and UNLV. Duke just beat Notre Dame and Syracuse. Illinois just lost to Indiana and Penn State, so I dropped them down 9. They didn't really. They looked pretty good in the Indiana game. That was a crazy game. That was a really good game. And then Missouri just lost after beating Tennessee, getting all the way up to 27, dropping back down to 36 after losing to Auburn and Texas A&M. And then finally, Charleston. I know. Okay, if Charleston and Kent State made the tournament, which they probably will, and stay with Oral Roberts, they're not gonna be like 10, 8, 9. They're gonna be 12 seeds. They're gonna be 13 seeds. Like, I'm just saying, like in the top 40, this is technically how it should be, even though it's not what they would do, because they put the low conference teams, or the little conference teams, get the lowest seeds. Um, Charleston continued to win. Oklahoma State just lost to Kansas, and I think they lost to Kansas and TCU. They didn't look good. They got blown out in both those games. Nevada dropping down 9. They just lost to Utah State, and then Kent State. An interesting team here. 22-5. They don't really play anyone. I think they have a good win over somebody. But let me see. Like early in the year. Oh, they lost to Gonzaga, but it was close. And they lost to Houston by 5. Okay, so they have some. They don't have like any good wins. They have good losses though. They lost to Charleston by 2, Houston by 5, and Gonzaga by 7. So they're pretty good. They're a pretty good team. Um, but yeah, that's gonna be it for this week. I know it was a short video. I might have another video. I might start doing these Monday and Friday. Or maybe like Monday, Thursday, I don't know. Something, I might do double uploads. I don't know yet. Because it's about to be March. So, we'll see, I don't know yet. We'll see, I don't know when. I don't know if we're going to have NBA this week. Probably not. But, I mean, the latest you'll see me is Monday. You might see me Wednesday. You might see me Thursday. You might see me Friday. I don't know yet. But yeah, that's going to be it. Join the Discord if you want in the description. Like, subscribe, and yeah, we'll see you guys. We'll see you guys with another one of these next week.